And the commissioner for lands from Oyo State was here. He was with us in the room earlier. They are really prepared for the conference and the council. And you will join me to make welcome our dynamic registrar of title from Lagos. Kabiesi, you are welcome, sir. I will invite the representative of the lead consultant to come and give us a direction. Shortly, we go for a tea break, and when we resume, we quickly wrap up. Please, can you come up? Doctor, come up. Thank you very much.
Good morning to us all. We are much welcome this morning, and we want to thank us for being there yesterday through the meeting. Yes, the meeting was a huge success. We want to thank God, and we appreciate God for that. This morning is day 2 of this technical section. And over the night, we received comments, observations, suggestions from different thematic zones that we have, the geopolitical zones that we have. And we have been treating them since yesterday. We noted the comments and observations from the Southwest. The zone was ably led by our home Professor Bello. He noted through the group that there are discrepancies in the rates for similar economic tricks across the states. And of course, we have extensively looked at that because we have been working. We slept for just 2 hours. We woke up and we are trying to see how those issues will be sorted out. And by now, I think we have a good rate. For Southeast, ably led by our home professor, Professor Tegbulu. In fact, that yesterday we are magnanimous, show us magnanimity to avail us a document that he has used in time past, which we also have some inputs from that yesterday. Thank you, Professor Tegbulu. We are grateful for that. We are also thanking Professor Iruam. He gave his own submission to us yesterday. He observed that the rates are commendable. However, for South-South, that the Cross River states, the rates are low. Fine, we have other states within that geopolitical zone, so we are trying to merge, to harmonize with those states in that zone. For North Central, we also have comments and observations, particularly from Kogi State and from Nasarawa In Kogi, the lands director observed that certain economic risks are not captured, and of course it was due to their own, it's a failure on their part not to have produced, giving us those rates and crops at the time we requested for them. So we called them. We have called him this morning, and he has made himself available. We are trying to sort things out at the secretariat. Also, ESV Muazu Jubril of Nasarawa State complained that the rates for some crops also are low. We are equally calling them so that we can, of course, beef up the rates at our hand. The Northeast, I don't think there is any problem with the Northeast. We have not received any comments, observations from the Northeast. For Northwest, there is an observation that Sokoto and Kaduna had a high rate of mismatch. So that we are also handling. So in all, what we want us to do this morning is for us to, at each of the zones, geopolitical zone, to liaise with our individual desk officers. We have our individual desk officers that will come around to each of the zones area, so that the desk officer will sit down with the delegates for that particular zone, and they will harmonize, and they will look at what we have done and see what inputs can be given to the desk officer, while the desk officer will take note of all that is being said. Then thereafter, we will believe that we will then be able to ratify the submissions from each of the zones. So our desk officers, please, I want to just call them so that you'll be able to recognize them. They will be able to meet at each of our respective area. For North Central, we have Alake Sheye. Alake, Mr. Alake. All right. That's Mr. Alake. So you are for North Central. For Northeast, we have Dr. Agata. She will be the desk officer for Northeast. For Northwest, Precious, Mr. Precious Ewerem, will be for Northwest. Southwest, we have Dr. Oke. It's for Northwest. For Southwest, sorry. Then for Southeast, we have Esther. Esther is for Southeast. And I'll be the desk officer for South. So maybe by the time we go for tea break, by the time we come back, we break out to sections while we have our desk officers to attend to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. My job here is just to quickly recognize our distinguished personality who have joined us today. One of whom is our retired Director of Land, in the person of Mrs. MMU Okolo Ebube. In no particular order, we recognize Mr. Samson Oboli, retired Director of Land. as well as our retired daddy, Mr. Adigun. I saw him around here. Let me be frank with all of you. These were the sets that trained and groomed us. So the clapping is too small. I won't forget our consultant, our brother, Mr. Osho from the World Bank. Let's recognize you. In absentia, we recognize Mrs. Ederica. She was here yesterday. And we are recognizing the Director of Lands, Kwara State, Alhaji Raham Wahab. You're welcome, sir. Our Baba Engineer, Saidi Umar, did register FCT. Yes, we are. And our colleagues from Compensation and Resettlement of the Ministry of the Federal Capital Territory. Whatever that went wrong, I take responsibility, please. I would like to inform us that you have to be very alert to come as quickly as possible tomorrow morning. For the Conference of Directors of Land, we got a call from the Honorable Minister that he might likely go for the FEC meeting by 10:30, 11 tomorrow. And he would like to be here with us. So we're enjoying ourselves to be here as early as 8 o'clock to have a good seat so that we can enjoy this session for Conference of Directors of Land. And I would like to conclude here to as well thank every one of us for actively participating in this epoch program. If I didn't recognize you, it has not been brought to my attention, you are recognized, please. So we go for a tea break as quickly as possible, then we convene. Thank you very much.